Alright, so this week is all about German volume training, which I did for the last month, and how it felt and how the results were. So, German volume training itself, what is it? It is doing 10 repetitions by 10 sets of different exercises of your choice. That is already where a bit of a problem starts with German volume training. If you go to the internet and you do a bit of research, you will actually find a couple of different 10 by 10 programs. You will find the advanced German volume training on T Nation. You will find one on bodybuilding.com. Some people just do leg curls 10 by 10. So that in itself already is the approach, that it is just 10 by 10 at 60% of your one rep max, and 60 seconds rest in between sets. Now, for me personally, what makes sense is actually to choose compound lifts for the 10 by 10 and then stabilize the program by having accessory work which attacks the smaller muscles which are not that activated during the compound lifts. I think that is how I personally get the most gains out of that. I mean, you might agree or disagree with that in your personal trainer, but definitely have a chat through. So it's 10 by 10 at 60% of your one rep max, and it is 60 seconds rest in between sets. For me personally, it felt horrible. It was really challenging compared to what I've done before. I felt the soreness usually 2 days after, not really on the same day or the direct day after. So I did flat bench press, deadlifts, and squats at the core of my German volume training for the last month, and I got what I asked for. In the month I gained 5 kilograms of mass, which is basically what the program is written for. So just be aware of that when you're signing up for this. You can push it further. Just be sure that you're actually putting enough of carbs and proteins into yourself, because as it is a mass program, also eat mass. Don't go, let's say, on a lean paleo diet, starving yourself while it's going on German volume training. That might be a bit counterproductive, and I have seen some people on the internet having blog posts around that. Also, don't expect any great gains in strength with German volume training. So what happened to me personally was that before I went into the program, I could do a 135 kilograms bench press and a 140 kilograms squat. After the 4-week cycle, I re-attempted those and I failed both of them. So bear that in mind. I mean, I did good to get the gains in muscle. However, I personally didn't get any gains in strength. And that is also what I commonly see in the descriptions when you look at feedback on Reddit or somewhere else in the internet, that is the most common denominator, apart from also comparisons to Stronglifts 5x5 and what the pros and cons between the two programs are. I'll go into that in a later video and in a later blog post in a bit more detail. So to sum it up, if you want to do German volume training, do it to gain muscle rather than gaining strength. Take good care that you actually put a lot of calories into yourself, good proteins to rebuild that destroyed muscle fiber, and also be prepared that you will be pretty bruised and battered after doing the 10 by 10, especially when you stick with the 60-second rest times. It will definitely kick your butt. Apart from that, I hope this is helpful, and leave a comment below or on my blog where I'm linking to. If you want any tips on nutrition, I think a very good source to go to is Lane Norton's website. Lane Norton is a pro bodybuilder, winning competitions all over the place, also powerlifting and winning there. He just recently won the Arnold, so if you want a good source for diet, I definitely recommend his podcast. That will be all. Thanks for watching and hope to see you around soon.